RKO the Infamous NWO, back with another video doing my TNA Slammiversary 10 pay-per-view review, and gotta say this was an excellent show. A first show in a long time that I enjoyed by TNA. I watched from start to finish, did not get bored whatsoever, and there was only one bad match, which the match, and I thought there would be a couple bad matches, but nope, the show was very good. Let's just start with the first matchup of the night. We got Austin Aries. Actually, we got Hulk Hogan to open up the show, saying how Slammiversary is the 10th anniversary of TNA Wrestling, and we're going to get started off with Austin Aries versus Samoa Joe for the X Division Championship. And gotta say, this was a tremendous opening match between these two guys. These guys got about 12 minutes. And with a lot of back and forth, fast-paced action, a lot of near falls, a lot of kicked out of finishes, and Austin Aries gets the victory after that devastating. What is it? I can't remember what he does. His finishing move with the headbuster when he drops him on his head. Samoa Joe and got the 1-2-3 victory and retained his X Division Championship, which was a good match. Next up, we got a match between two guys we haven't seen on TNA television in recent months. Hernandez versus Kash in a singles match, and this match was about 6 minutes long, and it was another decent match, and Hernandez got the victory over Kash. Then we got a tag team match, which I thought was going to be pretty bad. Devon and Garrett Bischoff versus Robbie E and Robbie T. And Robbie and Robbie T control this match by controlling Garrett Bischoff until Garrett Bischoff finally got the hot tag on Devon, which then he ended up pinning, I believe it was Robbie E. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. He did like that, picked him up, dropped him down, double hand, sit down powerbomb kind of deal, and got the victory, 1-2-3. And it was a pretty decent match. And the crowd was chanting, "You can't wrestle," and tag, "We want Devon," which was pretty funny throughout the whole match when Garrett Bischoff was trying to get the tag in, but didn't get till the end of the match. Then we got the triple threat match for the #1 contendership, and the winner would be facing the winner of the main event on Impact this Thursday. Mr. Anderson versus RVD versus Jeff Hardy, which was another great match. The crowd chanting, "This is wrestling, this is awesome, TNA." Actually, all these matches, this match, then the first match, they were chanting all these things. And this was just another great triple threat match. This match went about 11.5 minutes. And Mr. Anderson gets the victory over, who'd he pin? I think it was Jeff Hardy. He pinned Jeff Hardy. At one point, Jeff Hardy looked like they did like a weird double pin thing, Anderson and Hardy, and it looked like Hardy was about to get the victory, but RVD kicked out, and it looked like Rob Van Dam was going to get the victory, but that didn't happen, and then Jeff Hardy was about to pin RVD. Hardy was about to pin RVD, and he pulled out the ref, and Anderson got the victory, and will be facing the winner of the main event this Thursday for the championship. Next matchup, we got the open challenge for Crimson, and everyone thought Christian was going to come out, or the debut of King Mo, but it was not to be. It was James Storm to come out and to beat the 465-day or something like that undefeated streak for Crimson. And I was wondering why they did it so soon. I thought they were going to play up the whole James Storm retirement angle, but that wasn't meant to be. And the commercial for Impact is the Bound for Glory series is back, so pretty much the person who gets the most wins from now to No Surrender and then wins that semifinals and finals bracket will get a #1 contender shot for the title at Bound for Glory for whoever the champion is at the time. So I think, yeah, Bobby Roode is holding that belt till Bound for Glory, and James Storm is winning that tournament. And Bobby Roode versus James Storm from Bound for Glory, and James Storm is winning the title, guaranteed, unless TNA does some weird booking. But watching this show so far, it doesn't look that way, and it looks like they're finally going the right direction. Next, we got the Knockouts matchup. This was a washroom break between Miss Tessmacher and Gail Kim. And Miss Tessmacher Gail Kim was pretty much dominating this whole match. And surprisingly, this match got 7 minutes. And Gail Kim was about to do Tessmacher's own finishing maneuver on her, but Tessmacher reversed it into a roll-up and got the victory. So she is your new TNA Women's Champion and won it in her hometown of Texas. And then we got the segment where Hulk Hogan, no, actually that wasn't it yet. I believe it was before this or after this, I can't remember. But Dixie came out and then announced the TNA Hall of Fame. And your first inductee for the TNA Hall of Fame, which will be inducted at Bound for Glory, the whole ceremony, will be the Icon Sting. And they showed this huge package, and all the people, every superstar was out, and then Sting was there, and then it was just pretty cool to see. So yeah, Sting, well deserved. He's the one that pretty much gave the first giant name in TNA when they were first starting off, and gave them that little push. I know the reason I started watching TNA was because of Christian, and the first pay-per-view I ever watched was the return of Sting in his first match back. So yeah, that's why I watched TNA, because my first pay-per-view was Lockdown 2006. But yeah, Sting is your first Hall of Famer in the TNA Hall of Fame. Next up, we got the match between Joseph Park and Bully Ray. And this was a pretty good match. Bully Ray dominating Joseph Park. Joseph Park randomly getting the kendo stick and hitting him across the head, almost getting the pinfall. And then he crawls under the ring, and then Abyss comes out, choke slams Bully Ray, goes back under the ring, and then Joseph Park comes out, and then it's like, what happened? Then pins Bully Ray. The way they did this, I thought was pure genius, and instead of him running to the backstage and then coming out as Abyss and running backstage and coming out as Joseph Park or something like that, at least that they did it under the ring, and he changed pretty quick. Like, he changed all of his clothes, and I was like, whoa. So Joseph Park, Abyss, did a really good job, and the person who booked this was pretty smart doing this. And the match was about 10.5 minutes long, and Joseph Park got the victory. Then we got the tag team match for the World Tag Team Championships. AJ Styles and Kurt Angle versus Christopher Daniels and Kazarian, and this was match of the night for sure. Tremendous match, a lot of action in this match, a really fun match, a lot of near falls, and the ending came when Kurt Angle got the ankle lock on Kaz, and Kaz sold like gold, not wanting to tap out, holding it in, cringing right near the rope, but he was forced to tap to the ankle lock, and AJ Styles and Kurt Angle are your new TNA Tag Team Champions. This match is about 15 minutes long. And then we got the main event of the evening, Sting versus Bobby Roode. Actually, before that, Hulk Hogan came out and introduced the #1 TNA moment. I can't remember which was on the show. I think this was before the tag match, yeah, I think it was before the tag match. Christian Cage comes out and announced the greatest TNA moment is Sting coming to TNA, and it was just weird because that's WWE's Intercontinental Champion, and he's on a TNA show, so it's like a little bit of the thing that they got out of their deal from lending Ric Flair to them, and I'm surprised they actually did it after that the settlement that they've been doing in court, but I guess they held up their end of the agreement. And then you got your main event. You have Sting versus Bobby Roode, World Heavyweight Championship, and actually this match was pretty good. I think television match was a little bit better than this match, but this match was pretty good. They fought inside the ring, they went outside the ring, they brawled, and they were brawling. Sting did the Scorpion Deathlock, and I swear Bobby was gonna tap out. He sold it so good, but it wasn't meant to be. Then he did it on the announce table, and Bobby Roode tapped out, but they weren't in the ring, so it didn't count. And then when he let go, Bobby Roode saw the beer bottles. He grabbed one. He grabbed the case, threw it in the ring, grabbed one, about to hit Sting with it, but then Brian Hebner took the beer bottle, and then he got another one, cracked it on Sting's head. The beer bottle didn't even crack on Sting's head. He got cut hard way, and 1, 2, 3, Bobby Roode retains his TNA World Heavyweight Championship. But at the end, Sting gets up, starts beating up Bobby Roode, and then goes to the top of the stage, Scorpion Death Drop through the table from the top of the stage, and that's how the pay-per-view ends. Sting walks away, but Bobby Roode retains the championship. Overall, tremendous show put on with Slammiversary. That is 2 shows in a row that they have done. Sacrifice, decent show, and their television has been pretty good for the past, I gotta say, from the Sacrifice to now. There's been pretty good build up towards this pay-per-view, and this pay-per-view delivered, and overall tremendous show, and huge momentum for TNA right now because they delivered on a pay-per-view, and somewhat silenced some of their critics. People will say TNA sucks still, no matter what, but for a person that was on the down end and said I'll never watch TNA again, and said I'll give it another chance, and kept saying it was bad and bad and bad, I never thought they would actually put on a great show like they did tonight. And if you didn't watch it, go check the show out from top to bottom. Tremendous show, 3 hours, and it is worth your time. So that is my review of Slammiversary. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. And that is all.